All right, guys, this is part two. Yeah, so apparently they wanted to make a Man of Steel 2, and they wanted to make even potentially make a Black Adam vs Superman movie. How amazing would have that been? Because Black Adam flopped, chances are it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen anymore, as James Gunn and Peter Safran are starting fresh. Almost on the article here. In the end, he was a pawn in Dwayne's failed attempt to control a piece of DC one inside deserves. I mean, I wouldn't say that. He kind of was because the whole thing, yeah, the whole reason why, like in other words, my prediction is Henry Cavill's future in this current DC universe was hinging on Dwayne Johnson's box office performance of his Black Adam movie, and the movie tanked, it flopped, and because of that, David Zaslav pulled the plug. He's like, I can't do this anymore. I want you to start fresh. I can't do this anymore. I want you to start fresh. You know what I'm saying? And what? And now Peter Safran and James Gunn are going to start fresh with a new DCU universe, and they let Henry Cavill go. They let Patty Jenkins go. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Johnson's already got the can. He got shown the door. Obviously, they're not moving on with a Black Adam 2, and Gal Gadot's on her way out too. Obviously, unless they use her in some capacity. Jason Momoa, chances are he's on his way out too. Ezra Miller, all these guys are all on their way out, man. They're going to complete this current DCU franchise with the four DCU movies, and they're going to start fresh with a new franchise. Perhaps the first Superman movie or first Batman movie. We'll see what happens with a younger Superman, younger Batman, right? Yeah. Cavill sources say did not have a deal in place to turn Superman, only a verbal agreement that the studio would develop future projects. He was paid $250,000 for each of his cameos. It's a nice paycheck, obviously. The actor in recent years had a resurgence thanks to starring in Netflix popular fantasy series The Witcher, which he left. I think John Campea is right. I think Henry Cavill left The Witcher to do his dream Warhammer series project. As supposedly he's a huge fan of Warhammers, and it was a dream of him to always do that franchise. And he left The Witcher to do that franchise. That's probably that's. I think John's theory is right there. The actor in recent years had a resurgence thanks to starring in Netflix popular fantasy series The Witcher, which saw him earning $1 million per episode. Yeah, Henry Cavill was making, I heard, like $8 million a year or something like that doing The Witcher. He's making a lot of money, obviously. So I told you there's exceptions where A-list actors do television too, right? And the A-list actors are the A-list actors are the only actors who can bargain for their rich paycheck and their rich salary in television. They can bargain for their $3+ million, $4 or $5 million doing television in Hollywood. The A-list actors, whereas the B-list actors can't bargain for that money. They bargain for their 1-800, 700,000. It's rarity, sometimes 2 million, but see what I'm saying? Cavill left the show this fall, although it's unclear if the promise of more Superman appearances were behind his exit. I don't think Henry Cavill left the I don't think Henry Cavill left The Witcher for Superman because it wasn't like, even though Warner Bros. Told Henry Cavill to come back, it wasn't official that they're going to do Man of Steel 2 or Black and White Superman. They didn't make any announcements. It was just confirmed that Henry Cavill will be back. I think he left The Witcher because of the Warhammer 40K series. So I'm saying that's my theory. I think John Campea is right there. So Sarah, and I think that ends the article. Oh no, there's more. Almost done here, guys. Yeah, almost done. I have about a paragraph left. A paragraph and a half left. Yeah. Gunn and Safran are well aware of the sensitivities behind axing the popular Justice League cast by Zack Snyder, as well as sensitivities of parting ways with high-profile and popular talent. Yeah, so far, Peter Safran and James Gunn, they let Patty Jenkins go, they let Dwayne Johnson go, and they let Henry Cavill go. And Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, those guys are on the way out too, most likely. Unless Aquaman is in the new DC universe, I don't know. But if not, that means Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, Gal Gadot, all these guys are on the way out. They're on the way out, yeah. Obviously, as a Zack Snyder, the Zack Snyder universe and the Snyderverse obviously did not work. Obviously, Man of Steel, which was an amazing movie, I think Man of Steel is even just as good as movies like Winter Soldier, Black Panther. It's just as good as those movies in my opinion, if not even better. You can argue Man of Steel is better than Black Panther, Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? Civil War. You can argue it's better than all those. It's a fucking masterpiece, Man of Steel. It's an amazing movie. I'm with John. Yeah, it is the most underrated comic book film of all time. It's a masterpiece, man. You get that beautiful. You get that beautiful music. Da, da, the soundtrack. Oh my god, amazing. Da, da, you know what I'm saying? And Russell Crowe, he killed the role of the dad, obviously, of the father of Superman. Yeah, obviously. Foregoing a call to agents or producers, the executives met with Cavill to discuss their plans and seem to indicate a potential new role down the road. Yeah, they want to go with a younger Superman. And that's why they have to let Henry Cavill go. Okay, Henry, sorry, this is just business. We want to start fresh with the new DCU universe. The old DCU universe is not working, obviously. Black Adam flopped. Dwayne Johnson couldn't sell his movie off. Don't hate me, Dwayne Johnson, I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And what? We need to start fresh. We want to go with younger Superman and younger Batman. You don't fit the bill for the new DC universe. Sorry, Patty Jenkins. Your vision for your idea for Wonder Woman 3 we don't like. We're gonna what? We're gonna what? We're gonna let you go. We're not gonna go forward with Wonder Woman 3. Wonder Woman 84 tanked. I heard that was a terrible movie. Yeah. The only guys, the only successful movies in the DCU universe were Aquaman and the first Wonder Woman movie. The first Wonder Woman movie did 800 million. It was a hit, obviously, and Aquaman did 1 billion. All the other movies did like what? Did 600. Justice League did 600 million. A movie like that should have done like $1 billion+. Billion, five, $2 billion. Batman vs Superman should have done $1 billion, five, $2 billion. It's fucking Batman vs Superman. Yeah, it only did $600 million. And Man of Steel should have done $1 billion too, easily. And it only did 600 million. And all the other movies did under $400 million. Yeah, so the current DC universe is obviously not working. It's not working, obviously, Sarah. It's not working. So instead of trying to fix up a broken down car, get rid of the car and start fresh and buy a new car. Like John Campion says in his analogy on his show, right? Yeah. Obviously. The pair have also made overtures to Ben Affleck, aka Batman, asking him to direct the DC film for them. Yeah. Supposedly Ben Affleck will be directing one of the DC movies in the new DCU universe. Perhaps it can be the Batman script that he wrote. Remember earlier you had that news how Ben Affleck was supposed to produce, write his Batman movie? Yeah, what if that's the script that they're going to adapt in the new DC universe? They're gonna tweak it up a little bit, obviously, and they tell that I heard it was an amazing script. They tell that Batman story, and Ben Affleck directs it. Perhaps even write it too. Ben Affleck might write it. Well, he already wrote it, but he might tweak it up and he directs that Batman. We'll see what happens, obviously. I'm excited for that, you know what I'm saying? While Jason Momoa, who will maybe be done as Aquaman, yeah, Jason Momoa is most likely on his way out too, man. Has met with the duo as well, possibly about playing a new role. So my theory is Jason Momoa will either have a new role to play in the new DC universe, maybe a different He comes from a different multiverse. Here's the thing, though, man. I'm gonna James Peter Safran. I'm saying, don't hate me. Even though there's rumors and you want to have Jason Momoa be in the new DC universe, I recommend you guys start fresh. I don't think it's a good idea to bring the old baggage in a new DC universe. You know what I'm saying? Because if you bring Jason Momoa in the new DC universe, obviously, you can create contradictions and plot holes. Okay, if Jason Momoa comes from a different multiverse and he's in a new DC universe, what about Henry Cavill? What about Gal Gadot? Why aren't they in the new DC universe? Oh, what happened to them? You have to explain what happened to Henry Cavill's Superman and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Oh, they died. They died. Okay, they died. Okay, if they died, but chances are they're gonna but you're gonna introduce a new Wonder Woman and a new Superman. How does that work? You have plot holes and contradictions. And that's why the best thing. Don't hate me, guys. I recommend James Gunn and Peter Safran. When you watch this video, I recommend you don't hate me, Jason Momoa. I recommend you don't bring Jason Momoa in the DC universe. Just start fresh with all these new characters. You can create plot holes, confusion, contradiction with the fans, and you're going to create a lot of angry fans if you bring Henry. If you have what Jason Momoa be in the new DC universe, but you canned Henry Cavill and you canned Gal Gadot. Like, okay, you bring in Jason Momoa, but where the fuck is Henry Cavill Superman? Why is he in the new DC universe? Fans are going to ask that question. You're going to create a lot of angry fans, James Gunn and Peter Safran. I recommend you don't take that path. Look, man, I recommend you guys don't do that. Just start fresh with all your new characters. Don't bring in old characters. You can create contradictions and plot holes in your story, and it's just harder for you. It's going to be much harder for you. See what I'm saying? I just thought I should throw it out there. See what I'm saying? Yeah. My point is, if you're going to have Jason Momoa be in a new DC universe, you might as well rehire Henry Cavill, have him continue his role as Superman in the DC universe, and bring Gal Gadot in there, and Ezra Miller. So I'm saying, if you're going to do that. If you don't want to create confusion and plot holes and contradictions in your universe and your story. You see what I'm saying? Because there's nothing worse than having a new DC universe and you bring in old characters. And you have confusion, it creates confusion, contradictions, plot holes, yeah. Some Sarah. This thing is freezing here. Almost on the article, guys. Yeah, so I made a good, 4-minute video here. That's pretty good. Yeah. Cavill has already lined up for another franchise. The Warhammer 40,000 series at Amazon. So Henry Cavill signed a deal with Amazon to develop the 40,000 Warhammer series, which I heard was Henry Cavill's dream role and job to do, and that's I think that's the reason why he left The Witcher. Think about it. He was getting paid $8 million for each for he got paid $8 million for season 2. Henry Cavill made a lot of money. It's going to take him. It takes a lot for him to leave that show. Amazon must have offered him a lucrative deal to develop this 40K Warhammer series, and that's the reason why I believe he left Warner Bros. Some Sarah. As for Gunn, he responded to this is the final paragraph here. As for Gunn, he responded to a fan who accused Warner Bros. And DC of string Cavill along to Goose Black Adam's opening weekend. So some fans believe Warner Bros. Used Henry Cavill to hopefully boost the sales of Black Adam, obviously. Which is partially true. They obviously hopefully bringing Henry Cavill as a cameo Black Adam will boost more sales, but it didn't, obviously. And that's how you know the James Gunn's like, yeah, Peter, you know what I'm saying, James, I want you to start fresh, man. This thing is not working, man. This current DC franchise is dead, it's done. We need to delete it. And we need to start fresh with what? Not delete it, but it's dead. We need to start fresh with a new franchise. Okay, do what you gotta do. If that means letting Henry Cavill go, let him go. If that means, you know what I'm saying, if that means letting Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa, don't hate me, guys, I'm saying, and Ezra Miller go, then let them go. And I think the best choice for Peter Safran is to let all these guys. If you're gonna start fresh, don't bring in the old baggage men. Don't hate me, guys. Get rid of the old baggage and start afresh. Start new. Do not bring in the old actors who were in that dying franchise. The dying previous franchise. Start fresh with new characters. Don't bring in some of the old characters. Otherwise, you're going to create plot holes, confusion, and contradictions, and you're going to create a lot of angry fans, man. James, Peter, if you have Jason Momoa being in the UCU franchise as Aquaman, a lot of fans are going to ask, okay, what about Henry Cavill? Why isn't he in the new DC universe? Fans are going to guarantee asking that question. Yeah, you're going to create a lot of angry fans. And some fans can purposely even try and boycott the movies, man, which can affect your box office. Yeah, well, like they did with Solo, man. Yeah, These Hollywood fans are crazy. I recommend you guys don't take that back then. You're gonna start fresh with new characters. Don't bring in older actors who were in the previous dying DC franchise. So I'm saying. So as for Gunn, he responded to a fan who accused Warner Bros. And DC of stringing Cavill along to goose Black Adam's opening weekend. Said Gunn in a comment in the intro this week, everything with Black Adam happened before I was around. Yeah, everything with Black Adam happened before James Gunn and Peter Safran were even hired. Hence why I believe the what the continuation the future of this current DCU franchise was hinging on Black Adam's performance. The future of Henry Cavill's future in the new DC universe, in this current DC universe, was hinging on Black Adam's performance. And Black Adam flopped. And I guarantee you, what's his name? There's House was okay, guys. I can't do this anymore. I want you something fresh. This current DC franchise is just not fucking working. And James Gunn and Peter Safran, what? They have to let Cavill go. They're gonna have to let all these actors go. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And that ends the article, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was by the Hollywood another topic by the Hollywood Reporter. It's pretty much a similar article that I covered earlier before. The one I covered about Henry Cavill and Dwayne Johnson. It's a pretty similar article. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously. So I think, before I shut this camera off here, I believe, don't hate me, Peter Safran and James Gunn. I believe if you're going to reboot this new DCU franchise, don't bring in old characters from the old dying DCU franchise. It can create confusions, plot holes, and angry fans who could potentially even boycott your movie. Because these fans are crazy. They can even if you have Jason Momoa in the new DCU universe, the DC universe, obviously, and you don't, they're gonna be okay. Where the fuck is Henry Cavill? Why isn't he in the new DC universe? And a lot of fans love Henry Cavill, man, and fans can potentially even purposely boycott that their movie's not kind of the Superman boycotts the new Superman movie. Yeah, man, because these fans are crazy, man. Yeah. You don't want that happening, hence why I recommend you don't take that back, guys. If you're going to start fresh, start with new characters. Don't bring in the old characters from the old dying DCU universe. Start fresh with new characters. That's my recommendation, Sarah. I guarantee you I'm right, Sarah. That's my recommendation, guys. Anyways, guys, there was a video. I hope you guys enjoyed this Ivan's Commenting Hollywood News show. I made a good, 15-minute video here. Stay tuned. I'll make another video, and tomorrow, Boxing Day, I'll make another video. I'll either do a Hollywood news video or Ivan listening series video. It's Ivan the Mayor. I'm signing out. Peace.